So yeah, you like my get up? Okay, that's my get up. All right, so, okay, what time is, I can't see anything. All right, so hold on, I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna change, hold on. Boom! Ooh. Okay, I'm in the Halloween spirit. What time is it? Let me put my glasses on so I can see what time it is. Oh God, so much better. So much better. Okay, 7:06, you guys. Joan, Bird, Maria, Oz, thanks for joining. Everyone, come on in. I appreciate you guys joining me this evening. Once again, this is a brow Q&A, so without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump in. If you are someone who's interested in all that is brows, in helping yourself or others, level up your brow game. If you are a brow professional, or if you are someone who just loves brows and wants to know how to make their brows better and how to learn to work with your brows, well then stop right here, scroll no more. Otherwise, if you guys are not interested, we'll keep going. Okay, it's Friday night, so let's have a good time. I put on my girdle, I did my hair, and I'm ready for y'all. It's date night, okay? So you guys are my date, and we are getting together tonight. Preston, Kathy, Susanna, thank you. Nune, thank you for joining. Okay, so brow Q&A. I've been doing brows and beauty for over 30 years. I'm happy to say that I'll be 56 years old in 9-10 days. And I have an extensive beauty background. And the one thing that I'm really good at, the one thing that no one has on me, the one thing that no one can outdo me on, the one thing that is my superpower, and that is the art of creating a beautiful brow. So along with OhsoFabuLash, not only have we created an entire line of brow products for you that are super easy to use and available on the OhsoFabuLash and Brow website. I'm going to put it in the link. I think it should be in the link. It's on our bio. It's www.ohsofabulashandbrows.com. Come on in, Bun, Kim, Kearney, thank you. Nola, thank you for joining. So all of our products, I'll be going over them in a few minutes. But moreover, we have an incredible brow course that'll be dropping in about 10 days. And this brow course is going to have different chapters. They're going to be 3 chapters, maybe 4. And so I'm super excited about that. So while we are waiting for that brow course to drop, I wanted to take the time to introduce myself and talk to you guys about brow work. Vivian, thank you for joining. Doug, you like brows? Doug Marshall, you like brows? Yeah, okay, because I'm going to show you how to do it. Because guys need brows too. Guys need brows too. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump into some questions. Let's jump into some questions that are most asked about brows. So number 1, should I pluck? Who is this? Should I pluck, wax, or trim? And how do I know when to stop before I overdo it? Ladies, gentlemen. Okay, so many times I see, like, if you're a right-handed person, you have a tendency to pluck more on the right. If you're left-handed, you'll have a tendency to pluck more on the left, generally. So what I would say to that question is, number 1, do less. Like you know, it's like I have my daughter, she picks her pimples, and once you start, you can't stop. Just stop doing that. Like, be conscious of when you're plucking your brows, not to over pluck them. Go see a professional, hopefully myself or Miss Melissa at OhsoFabuLash and Brows, and we'll shape and pluck your brows for you. You know if they're over plucked because they're too thin. So let me just tell you, brows generally should be somewhere between, in the area of 3 to 5 millimeters in thickness, maybe 6, like maybe. Okay, if your brows are more than 6 mil in thickness, oh honey, they're too thick. Okay, if they're less than 3 mil in thickness, and if you don't know what a millimeter is, we'll get a ruler, then it's too thin. Okay, but I mean, everyone has their preferences, but that's just a general sort of guideline for you. So plucking, waxing, or trimming, I always tend to go with tweezing and trimming, but for the love of God, for the love of Pete, don't attempt to trim your brows at home by yourselves. Don't do that. Like, don't trim, okay? What's that? it's a ghost. Don't trim at home by yourself unless you really know what you're doing, because you're taking chances. There's a way to trim, okay? And so avoid doing that. Waxing is good depending on what type of skin you have. If your skin is very sensitive, you want to avoid waxing, of course, and go for tweezing. And again, plucking is the best way to go. So I hope that answered that question. Again, if you have any more questions, go ahead and put them in the what do you call the thing there? Okay. All right. Where am I? Okay. What's the easiest way to fill in my brows so they look natural, not drawn on? Okay. So fortunately, today in 2025, soon 2026, we have so many options. Again, we have a full line of brow products here at OhsoFabuLash that I created along with the owners of OhsoFabuLash, whether it be the pencil, the serum, the lamination, or the mascara. The best way to get your brows to look natural and not drawn in is to watch the pressure with which you apply your pencil. That's number one. The more pressure, the more opaque, the deeper, the darker the color is going to be. Which brings me to my next point. I have to take off my feet. Like, I'm having a hot flash. I do. I got hot flashes. Sorry. What was I? What was I saying? Remind me. Somebody talk to me. Talk to me! Oh, yes. Pressure. Which brings me to my next point. If you want your brows to look natural, here's a hot tip. Your brows generally should be lighter, okay? Lighter than the ingrowth of your natural hair. Okay? So if you're creating brows for yourself, like let's say you have black hair, like don't go and get a black pencil. You know, get a dark brown pencil or a dark brown pencil that's more cool, more grayish if you have black hair and if you have cool undertones, okay? If you are someone with brown hair, okay, don't use a dark brown. You don't have to use a dark brown unless you have darker skin. Use a light brown. So your brows should always be your brows should always be no darker than the ingrowth of your natural hair, okay? Your brows should never be any darker than the ingrowth of your natural hair. Now, if you're like blonde and you have colored your hair, obviously your hair is going to be lighter, but look at the ingrowth. Is it more ashy? Is it more cool? If it's more ashy and cool, you want to use a cooler pencil. Okay, if the ingrowth is more has more red in it, then you want to use a warmer pencil. But make sure it's lighter than the ingrowth of your hair. Okay, makes sense? Like my hat. If you missed it, you should have seen my hat when we started the live. I got my little witch hat on, my little costume on this evening. Okay. Here's another one. What's the difference? And again, if you guys have any, thank you for joining. Maria, Crystal, Franny, Maria, Petit. Thank you, Rachel. Thanks for joining. If you have any questions, please just put them in the comments and I will be happy to answer. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Okay. Okay. What's the best way to prevent brown makeup from smudging or melting off in the heat? That is a super, super good question. Does anybody know? First and foremost, it depends on your skin type. It depends on your skin type. If you want to make sure that your brows stay and that they don't melt off, and this is also if you have an oilier skin, use your base, okay? Use a base or a primer on your skin and make sure that primer's over your brows. Once that is done, use a very light, loose powder over the brow area. Follow? Okay. Then you go ahead, apply the pencil, brush it through, and then apply another light layer of powder, either with a brush or with a powder, what do you call a powder puff? Okay, but just dab it. Make sure your face is matte. Like if you're oily and if it's super hot and sweaty, you wanna kind of matte your face in the morning, because as the day progresses, your skin will definitely get oilier and oilier. So you want to make sure that that's taken care of. Okay, does that answer your question? Ansley, Rachel, hi she, thank you for Katrina Gulam, thank you for joining. Code, thank you for joining. Okay, so we're here once again. We're talking about brows, everything brows. We're doing our brow live. My name is Martine from OhsoFabuLash and Brows in Delray Beach, and I'm here to simplify and codify, okay, and help you do great brows. Okay, all right. Okay, how do I correct brows that were, hang on. How do I correct brows that were over plucked or thin too much? They were thin too much. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it? Don't do that anymore. Okay, there are a couple of things you can do. A, you can let them grow. You can use our OSF Nourishing Serum, okay? The Nourishing Serum, you put it on your brows. It's a keratin formula. It's our OSF. You can only find it at OSF, OhsoFabuLash and Brows. You can put that on your brows. It helps with brow thickness and elasticity of the hairs. The older you get, the less hair you're gonna have on your brows, okay? So there are a couple of things you can do. You can either fill your brows in, or of course you can do semi-permanent makeup, microblading nano brows. Now it's called some people call it permanent makeup. It's not permanent. It doesn't go deep into the epidermis. When doing permanent makeup or PMU, we're staying on within the first, second, and third layers of the epidermis. So you can expect that within 2 to 3 years, the brows will fade, the color will fade rather, and you'll be back to your regular brows. So that's a great thing to do if your brows no longer growing. But you can't just go to anybody. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, I'm the only one who knows how to do it, although, you know, not to toot my own horn, but, you know, I'm pretty good at it. But if you're going to find a PMU artist, make sure you've done your research and go to a consultation. And if someone, listen, if you go to a consultation, if you're going to do PMU, if you're going to do semi-permanent makeup, and you go to talk to somebody, ladies, for my younger ladies, I'm 56. I don't have a filter on my mouth. Like, I can feel people out. I read people. If someone's not comfortable, I'm out the door. Like, if I go to do something and someone's not giving me the right vibes, I'm gone. When you go to locate or to find someone who's going to do permanent brows or semi-permanent brows for you, I should say, make sure you feel that they know what the hell they're talking about. Okay? Because if somebody doesn't know what they're talking about, they probably don't know what they're doing. And if they don't know what they're doing, they're going to make a mess on your face. And that you don't want. Okay? Don't be afraid to be like, excuse me, but I don't, you know, like go home. Say, I'll think about it. I'll call you back. And then I'll call because you didn't feel comfortable. You have every right. So everyone's an expert today. Everyone's an expert. That said, if you want microblading, PMU brows, semi-permanent makeup, give me a call. I'll be happy to help you and we can talk about it. Okay? All right. What should my brow color be if I've gone gray or light blonde? Listen. That should be a margarita. That should be a margarita. It's water. Anyway, if you've gone gray or light blonde, one of the best things you can do is to use our OhsoFabuLash brow mascara. We have 4 colors, and all you need to do is take this baby. It's fabulous. It actually conditions your brow hair. It's actually good for your brows, and you're just gonna brush it on. Now, if you've gone gray, you wanna cover, but don't go dark. Remember, you wanna stay lighter than what? Than the ingrowth of your hair. Right? Okay, so it's a great idea to use a brow mascara. That also, again, if you have light blonde hair, I mean, you don't want your brows to be blonde. Go a little bit darker, but just don't go crazy dark, okay? Okay. So now I want to move on to very quickly, God, 7:20. Hold on, let me have a sip of my margarita. Listen, I want to move on to questions now for those of you who are a little bit more advanced in the brow game or who already have brow clients. Okay, so here's a question. This is a really, really good one. For all of you who are beauty aficionados and who may work in a beauty salon, How do I select pigment undertones for different skin tones to prevent warmth or ashiness? How do I select pigment undertones for different skin tones to prevent warmth or ashiness? Girl, you better know color theory. You better understand color theory. It's the basics, okay? You want to be a jazz dancer? You better learn classical dance. You want to be a great singer? You better learn classical singing. You got to get back to the basics. You need to understand who has warm tones, who has cool tones, who has neutral tones, and what they require. And remember, in the last live, I mentioned this. I talked about this. I said what? I don't know if you all joined me in my last live. That's why you should all be paying attention. Pay attention. There are 3 things which categorize someone's undertones, whether they're cool, warm, or neutral. It's what? It's their hair color, their eye color, and their skin color. If 2 out of the 3 are warm, well, then you want to use a warm color on them. That means they're warm. If 2 out of the 3 are cool, I'm not going to go into color theory because if you're a brow professional, you should know color already. But if 2 out of the 3 are cool, that means they're cooler. You want to use a cooler color, okay, on their skin tone. And of course, people with cooler skin tones, what? They generally have like blue veins, right? Silver or platinum looks better on them. They wear cooler tones, you know, purples, pinks, lavenders, those type of hues. People who have warmer tones, they do better with gold. They generally have like green veins. They do better with like, you know, yellows and browns and so on and so on and so forth. Neutrals are people kind of in between, right? So I don't want to go too much into that, but let's say someone has hair that's like honey blonde, that's warm, and they have green eyes, that's cool, but then their skin is like really, really olive. Well, they're warm because 2 out of the 3 are warm. You follow me? You get me? Happy Halloween. Okay. So let's move on. Again, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. 7:23, I got another few minutes here. Scary Larry. Someone named Scary Larry joined the live. Hot girl, thank you for joining. Kels, Hiram, thank you for joining. Melissa, good to see you. Hi, everybody. Once again, I'm Martine Thomas from OhsoFabuLash and Brows in Delray Beach. Okay, so let's move on. How can I train my eye to recognize imbalance faster when measuring or sketching? You know how? You know how you train your eye? You make lots of mistakes. You have to work. It's called experience. Okay? You got to work for years and years and years and years. One of the things that you can do as a brow professional, as a beauty professional, if you really want to make sure that someone's brows are symmetrical when you haven't yet perfected your eye, the aesthetic in your brain, because I always say you have to see it to create it. When you're working on someone's brows and you're in front of them, right? Okay, so you're in front of them. Okay, and you say everything looks kind of cool. No. Go around to the back of their chair, turn them around, face the mirror. So both of you are facing the mirror. You're in the back, she's in the front. And look in the mirror. Okay? Forget what she sees, because people see themselves in a certain light. They're used to seeing their faces every day. But when you if you switch it, if you flip the script and you inverse it, you get into the mirror with them and you're facing the mirror as they're facing the mirror, then I can guarantee you will see what needs to be fixed. In other words, it'll shed a whole new light on the levels of the brows and of the face. Okay, so just flip it over, get in the mirror. You know how hairdressers always do that? Makeup artists, people who do brows, you need to do that. Okay, it's not always about looking the person straight on. Flip it around, look in the mirror with them, get a 360 on how they look, and that'll really help your game. All right? Okay, how can I adapt shaping techniques for mature skin or clients with sparse hair? That's a good one. Thanks for joining in. Beth, thank you for joining. Sassy Squirrel, I like that name. Sassy Squirrel, I'm a sassy squirrel. Okay, mature skin. Mature skin, when you're doing brows for mature skin, that's a whole other game. I talked about it in my last live, and I'm going to talk about it more going forward. Mature skin, make sure you pick up those arches, okay? So if you got the arch falling down, you want to pick it up. You want to pick it up. What did I say in the last one? Just to rebound off my last video. I said that the arch or the tail needs to be parallel to what? The eye contour. So make them parallel. And if it's someone who's, you know, more mature, lift it up a little more so they get that lift. Okay, very simple. Okay, I got a few more minutes. All right, what are the top brow blah, blah, blah. The margarita's kicking in. Margarita, so strong. It's kicking in. Okay, what are the top brow products or tools every pro should have in their kit right now? All right, so there is an array of brow products that are available on the market. But very quickly, I want to talk about the brow products that I use, and they are indispensable. Okay, first and foremost, where is it? We have our brow contour pencil, OSF Power Brow Contour Pencil. By the way, all of these products are available on our website at www.OhsoFabuLash and Brows, or come by the salon. Oh, that margarita. Come by the salon, and I will definitely help you out choosing, or myself or Melissa will help you out in choosing a color. Okay, so Power Brow Pencil. Amazing, retractable, it's angled, it's thin, okay? Easy to use, 4 colors, can't go wrong. Secondly, brow mascara, and I love it. Covers the grays, OSF Power Brow Mascara, as I said. Look at this. Do you see that? And it's so pigmented. And it's for especially, not only covers grays, but especially for those people who want to feel as though they have more brow. So the more pressure that you apply this with, the more pigment it's going to leave on the skin. So it's going to thicken the brow. The more application, the thicker your brow gets. So if you like that gorgeous, you know, bushy, natural, fluffy brow, great product, OhsoFabuLash and Brow Power Brow Mascara. Nourishing Serum, Keratin. You put it on day and night, also for your lashes. It's the brow Botox. Makes your brows thicker, fabulous. And finally, la pièce de résistance. Drum roll, please. Someone. Becky. Drum roll. Okay, brow lamination. This is it. Everyone should have this. Like, okay, everyone should have this, except, I'm gonna make one exception. Except for the people that really don't have brow hair. Okay? If you have no brow hair, you have no business using a brow lamination. All right? Okay. So the OSF Power Brow Lamination, it's clear, it doesn't flake, it conditions your brows, it's not sticky. And okay, so now you have like pomades, right? You have pomades that are like silicone-based pomades, but the thing I don't like with pomades is they tend to be really sticky, and you don't want sticky, okay? This is super clean. It washes off easily, it's water resistant, no flaking. It's our #1 selling product. Look at that. OSF Power Brow Lamination. Ladies, it's clear. It couldn't be any easier. Like, you want to talk about making brows easy? This can't be easier. So this I recommend if you already have like a nice amount of brows and you want that gorgeous fluffy look. Put it on, it dries so quickly, and you can use it in tandem, by the way, with the brow mascara, brow pencil. Okay, so I would say use your pencil, go ahead, you put your pencil on, get your lamination on, run it through, you're out the door. Simple as that. Okay, thank you for joining, Lori. Sissy, thanks for joining. Once again, my name is Martine. I am the brow queen out of OhsoFabuLash in Delray Beach. So it's 7:30. It's 7:30 on a Friday. Date night. Date night is coming to an end. I told you, I put on my girdle. I did my hair and everything. Did my hair. Friday night. But that said, I hope that I've answered some of your questions adequately and that it's been helpful. I will be on again next Friday at 7. Is next Friday Halloween? It's Halloween, right? Okay, 7. I should be on at 7. Okay, so join in at 7 o'clock next Friday. Again, any questions, hit me up, Martina at OhsoFabuLash and Brows. Thank you for joining Mary, Sissy, Melly, Betty. Thank you everyone who's joined me on the live this evening. I so appreciate your support. We love you. And moreover, we love your brows. We love the brows. So join me next week and we'll be sure to answer more questions, talk more about everything brows. Okay, we're going to talk about the brows. Guys, have a wonderful evening and I'll see you next time. Signing out. Bye-bye.